Ah, hell. I'm in the wrong game again. Hello everyone, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. Some of you know me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today, I'm coming at you with something a little bit new, something a little bit super. That's right, I'm playing Supernova, the furry visual novel, the superhero furry visual novel. I've been looking forward to this one for a while. Heroes Advent is on my list as well. That one's going to be coming up soon along with Ad Astra. But anyway, guys, I am super pumped to see what this is all about. This is on version 0.4. I don't know how much content that is, but I don't care. I'm going to jump right into it. Anyway, guys, sit back and enjoy. Let me entertain you for the next 20 minutes, alright? Supernova is a work in progress. All assets, including art, music, GUI, and writing, are subject to potential change. The visual novel contains mature content and is therefore not suitable for minors. By continuing, you are acknowledging that you are at least 18 years old. Yes, I am. Ooh. That's different than the blurred backgrounds I usually see in VNs. What a long morning. I just endured the most brutal midterm of my 3 years in college. Taking this econ class was a mistake. I might have to drop it and take something else in the fall. Ugh. I enter my dorm suite, slip off my shoes, and drop the backpack by the door before I flop onto the tiny couch. My roommate Lucas, with whom I share the common room, is at his laptop, furiously typing away at something. Even though he's wearing his oversized headphones, I still hear the blaring rock music. Yo, Nick! Are you free for the rest of the day? Yeah, pretty much. Why? What? I raise my voice a little. I said I'm free! Oh! Lucas takes off the headphones as if he just noticed he was wearing them, then smiles at me sheepishly. Dude, you will go deaf like that. It's fine. Anyway, you saying you're free? I give him an irritated look before nodding. Well, I need to shoot some footage for my independent project, but the place is up in Magnolia Hills. Drive me there? No thanks. Come on, it's not that far. We'll get to hang out for a bit. Can't you ask Jess? She said she's busy. Please? Maybe. What do I get out of it? With a mischievous grin, the wolf reaches for 2 white slips on his desk. They look like tickets. The department was selling these at a discount, and I managed to snag a couple. I roll into a sitting position, intrigued. Jefferson, baby. Shit, really? I've been trying to see it for months. And now you can, if you drive me, and carry my equipment, and proofread my script. The tickets are so hard to get, I don't even hesitate. Hell, at this point, I'm willing to carry Lucas's equipment to Magnolia Hills on foot. Alright, you got it. When? 40 minutes. I gotta finish the assignment for another class, but it should be quick. Just wake me up when you want to leave. Lucas nods and turns back to his laptop. As he reaches for his headphones again, I add, and turn the damn volume down. Lucas shrugs as I head into my bedroom. Yeah, the art style on this one's definitely different. I like it, though. Oh, alright. The loud tapping on my door wakes me up. Yeah? The door opens and Lucas peeks in. Alright, I'm done. I rub an eye with one paw and glance at my phone. It's been over 2 hours. Lucas smiles apologetically at my dirty look. The paper took longer than I thought. You're buying me dinner. Fine, fine. You ready? Yeah, just let me grab my keys. We exit our suite and head toward the parking garage. As promised, I carry the equipment. Nothing heavy, just a camera, mic, and tripod. Lucas and I climb in my cheap-ass gray Kia. Where are we heading again? There's an abandoned construction project up in the hills. I have the address on my phone. Should be there in 40 minutes at most. As before, the wolf proves terrible at estimating the time it will take to do something. It's not rush hour yet, but the traffic is still pretty heavy, and it takes us a while to get out of downtown. That's Nova for you. Can't help but envy the superpowered folk that are able to just forgo this mess and fly. I even glanced to the sky as if expecting to see one of the many superheroes of the city. Just tall buildings in the vast empty sky. Still tired. Just stressed about midterms. Hopefully it'll be fine. John invited me to his study group. John? We all took History 201 together last year, remember? German Shepherd, finance major? From the corner of my eye, I see a sly grin spread across Lucas's face. Ah, I see how it is. Could the raccoon have a little crush? I just grunt in response, the insides of my ears flushing. Invited you to his study group, did he? I can picture it already. It's getting late, the others are tired and start leaving one by one. Soon it's just you and John. You both reach for the textbook, his paw falling on yours. You gaze into his dreamy eyes, heart racing. Quite a scene, Lucas. Ever consider switching to English Lit or trying your hand at fan fiction? Either way, pretty sure John wouldn't be up for it. Yeah, what makes you say that? I can tell when someone is into me, Lucas. The wolf snorts, still grinning. Right. I must admit, the scenario Lucas described sounds more than a little alluring. But I'm confident John is not into guys. Or me. I decided to change the topic. What paper was that earlier? Lucas grimaces. Essay for politics in media class. Not a fan, I take it? It's okay. Actually, the professor is very good. I just don't care for the topic. Wouldn't take it if it wasn't required. Lucas is studying journalism, which means that we've taken some writing classes together, but otherwise his course load is very different from mine. In fact, we met in one of the introductory writing classes freshman year. We became friends after we were partnered for an assignment and exchanged scathing reviews of each other's work, which we, for some reason, found hilarious. Sports is political too, you know. Lucas wants to do sports journalism when he graduates. He played lacrosse in high school, and while he didn't continue his athletic career, he never lost interest. Yeah, tell me about it. Seems every other retired athlete wants to be governor nowadays. That's not quite what I meant, but I let Lucas rant a while about it as I drive us further into the suburbs. Compared to the din excitement of downtown, Magnolia Hills is pretty quiet. It's one of the most affluent neighborhoods, so all we see is one and two-story houses and opulent mansions. Most are surrounded by low walls to preserve the privacy of the owners, with cameras installed at the corners to scare away any potential troublemakers. I'm surprised they'd leave a whole project unfinished here. You'd think the rich a-holes would want the eyesore removed. But Lucas's directions prove correct, and I'm soon parking near a large construction yard with what appears to be a luxury condo, not even halfway finished. The forested hills that stretch further north start nearby. Whoever was building this flattened a sizable portion of the land. Wait, do you even have permission to film here? Why? What do you mean, why? We'd be trespassing otherwise. So? Don't tell me my roommate is the only raccoon in Nova and willing to trespass a little. Wow, speciesist. And for your information, no, I wouldn't mind, but I'd still rather know what I'm getting myself into. Despite my annoyed tone, the wolf chuckles in amusement. Relax, I did manage to get a permit. Can't submit an official school project with illegal footage, can I? I nod, satisfied, and start taking out Lucas's equipment out of the back seat. Why was this abandoned, anyway? There was some dispute with the locals, and before it was resolved, the company went bankrupt. The ones who were supposed to take over got mired in yet another court case, and it's been in limbo since. Boring stuff, really. Not boring enough for a school project, it turns out, or maybe just the right kind of boring. Who knows? University work can be pretty mind-numbing, but hey, whatever gets you a passing grade. We hop over a shoddy fence and walk to the center of the construction yard. Lucas takes an appraising look at our surroundings. Alright, good enough. I'll sit up here for now. Go chill until I'm done. Then we can go up there. He points with his snout toward the half-finished building. That's where I head right away, since it's the only source of shade in the otherwise flat and empty space. I take out my phone while I wait, spending several minutes browsing John's social media. Huh. He's much more of a nerd than I thought. Looks like he's been going to a couple of the larger cons these past few summers. I veer into fantasizing about driving down the coast to attend a convention with him, nerding out for a full weekend, pestering our favorite authors and actors. We could even cosplay together. I've been wanting to cosplay Prince Azra from last year's Guardians of the Stone. John could be the prince's dashing bodyguard. Yeah, right. I mutter as I switch over to Furtube. I glance over at Lucas, who is taking a sweeping shot of the construction yard. There's not much there, but I know his neurotic perfectionism has taken over and he'll take forever to line up the shots he needs. My gaze drifts back to my phone, and a video on my home feed catches my attention. Will-O-Wisp destroys flame-spewing idiot. Videos of superheroes giving yet another villain a beatdown are a dime a dozen, but I click anyway. They seldom fail to entertain. The British superhero does indeed give a beating of a lifetime to some polecat that can breathe fire. The footage is shot on someone's smartphone and it seems to be taking place in the middle of London. I haven't seen this will-o-wisp before, but she dances circles around the polecat, blinding him with bright flashes of light before punching him from angles he doesn't expect. I bark out a laugh when the final blow lands straight in his crotch. That had to hurt. Nick, move your ass out of the shot! I look up to see Lucas waving at me impatiently. Right, sorry. I slide my phone back into the pocket and rejoin my roommate. And you can call me deaf, and you call me deaf. The wolf grumbles as I stand at his side. I roll my eyes. Almost done here? Yep, I just need some footage inside, and a shot of the view of the city from the top. Sure. It's all just bare concrete on the inside, with pieces of rebar sticking out haphazardly from beams and columns. The staircase is just as unfinished, but looks sturdy enough that I don't fear it will collapse under me. I'm surprised to see no graffiti on any of the walls. Come to think of it, there wasn't any on the outside either. I guess the Magnolia kids don't care to explore this place. That, or their rich parents won't let them. To be fair, the spot is somewhat removed from the rest of the neighborhood. I regret not having a can of spray paint rolling around in my car. Been a while since I've inflicted my art on the city's various conveniently available walls. And this right here would make for an excellent canvas. While I look around, Lucas sets up his camera again, but takes just a few still shots before removing it from the tripod. Not gonna record your script? Nah, haven't finished it. I'll do it in a voiceover later. I shrug and follow him upstairs. The workers finished constructing 10 floors before the project was abandoned. There's no easy way to access the very top of the building, so we settle on the last finished floor. The view from here is very nice. I can see the downtown, with the skyscrapers glittering in the late afternoon sun. Further toward the horizon, the ocean stretches on and on. Magnolia Hills itself is pretty charming from up here, too. Plentiful trees line the narrow streets, and the lawns are immaculate. The views in the suburb where I grew up further east are not quite as nice. Next to me, Lucas is taking his landscape shot of the city. Would be pretty cool to live here if they ever finished it, right? Dunno. I think it was a bit of an asshole move to cover up the hills with this mess, no? I'm kinda glad it was never finished. Yeah, I guess. You think they'll pick it up again? Doubt it. Locals want the whole thing demolished, and for good reason. Alright, I think I'm done. Shall we head out? Let's stick around for a bit. I like the view, but it's too early for dinner anyway. Lucas shrugs as he puts the camera and tripod away, zipping up the bag. He then sits down on the floor next to me, dangling his feet over the edge of the building. I follow suit. So, you saying you want to live up here when you graduate? I snort. On whatever salary I'll have? I wish. Lucas grins and nudges me with his shoulder. You never know. You could write a surprise hit. Nope. I'd rather be an agent or work in publishing. You sure? Your stories aren't half bad, you know. Ugh, I still can't believe you talked me into showing you my writing. What can I say? I'm very persuasive. He winks at me. I jostle him playfully. I figured out your summer plans yet? I have an interview for that internship at FSBC the Monday after spring break. If that works out, I'll be in the city. You should rent with Jess if that happens. I think she's staying in Nova, too. Lucas nods. It'd be nice to visit my grandparents, though. Been a while since I've been to Peru. Your dad still set on vacationing in Europe? Yeah, and I think I'll go. I should be able to do a shorter internship in August once we're back. Sounds like a plan. Yep. We sit in silence a little longer, watching the sun inch closer to the horizon, enjoying the pleasant breeze. The next few days are going to be hectic. I have 2 more midterms on the top of the papers I need to finish by Monday. It's nice to enjoy a brief reprieve from all that. A few minutes later, Lucas stands, dusting off his shorts. All right, let's go. Don't want to be stuck in traffic forever. Fair enough. Lucas offers me his paw, and I let him pull me to my feet. I'm about to reach for the camera bag when I notice Lucas frowning at something behind me. I turn around to follow his gaze. It takes me a moment to spot an odd glint in the sky above the neighborhood. I realize I'm seeing someone flying. And they're headed straight for us. The fuck? Before I can even begin to react, Lucas tackles me to the floor and right in time. I barely register the red light streaking past before something crashes through the concrete wall behind us. Oh! Loud. I've only begun to lift my head before a second figure touches down on the floor nearby, not even sparing the 2 of us a glance. Through the hole in the wall, I see a tall figure clad in glowing red armor recovering from his fall. The second figure doesn't waste another moment, rushing through the gap. Lucas is pulling me up into the staircase. Holy shit, is that Templar? Yeah, I think so. Fuck! Loud clangs resound from beyond the wall as the 2 opponents clash in superpowered combat. Come on! Come on! Lucas goes down a flight of stairs in 2 hops. I almost trip over my own feet as I rush to follow. The force of the blows being exchanged upstairs dislodges copious dust from the unfinished walls. I swear I can feel the whole building shake. We're running hard when Templar crashes through 3 landings straight, ending up a floor below us. Oh, that's fucking cool! Lucas and I freeze as the assailant, who I now realize is a wolf with black fur, jumps down after Templar. His paws are surrounded by some strange green energy. He grabs Templar by the neck and punches him in the gut with such force that it sends a shockwave. Chunks of the armor are sent flying, but Templar extends his hand and a mace appears in his paw, which he then swings sideways at the wolf. The mace hits the supervillain in the side, causing him to drop Templar. The armored hero brings the mace around for another strike. Neither of them has seen us, I think. I'm not even sure they registered our presence when they first appeared here on the top floor. Lucas is so tense, I can see his whole body vibrate. We watch the fight in rapt awe before I snap out of it. Go! I whisper yelled in Lucas's ear. He nods and starts running down the stairs again. I try to follow, but right as Lucas makes a turn, the fighters, their paws locked in a grapple, crash through one of the support beams. I yelp as the staircase begins to collapse. Push Lucas out of the way. I have no time to think. I rush toward Lucas and push hard. He grunts as the shove sends him tumbling onto the edge, and he rolls to the side and onto the concrete below. He then disappears from my sight in a cloud of dust and debris. I have no choice but to retreat. I'm cut off. Templar and his opponent continue raining blows on each other while I dash behind a wall, thinking frantically. Nick! The Black Wolf's ears flick at the sound, but he can't afford to be distracted right now. Still, my heart hammers in my chest. I rush over to the side of the building, dropping prone and hanging my head over the edge. I'm fine! Keep going down! Lucas rushes over and looks up at me. Fuck, dude! Just jump! I blink at him in disbelief, flinching when one of the combatants is smashed into a wall yet again. I can't possibly make it. The angle is too awkward, and if I miss, there won't be much of me left to scrape off the ground. One thing I can do is shake my head. I'll catch you! He braces himself and holds out a hand as if he expects me to jump. No! I told you, just keep going. The stairs below are fine, right? Yeah, but... Go! With that, I rush back into hiding. I hope Lucas isn't going to do something stupid. At least he has no way of getting back up here, I think. All I can do now is watch this battle play out. Templar is a superhero. One of the best in Nova City, in fact. There's no way he's losing this. I just need to wait this out. Stay out of the way. Make sure the building is not crumbling under my feet. Once it's safe, I can see if I can clear the rubble blocking the staircase. With any luck, Templar will just scoop me up and deliver me to safety himself. The hopeful thought lingers for a very short time. Lunging when an opening presents itself and dodging whenever Templar counterattacks, the wolf, slowly but surely, gains the upper hand. With the green energy swirling fiercely around his arms, he lands a devastating blow on the armored hero. The next thing I know, Templar is on the ground, with the wolf looming over him, paws interlocked, bringing his fist down at his chest and helm. Again. And again. Shit! More and more cracks appear in Templar's armor, and I can even see part of his face now. His muzzle is bleeding. The wolf won't let him lift the arm holding the mace. A slow, horrible realization that I am watching a superhero lose a fight engulfs me, hammered in deeper and deeper with every blow. I need to do something, right fucking now. No fight, but I could at least distract him somehow. There's a piece of rebar laying next to the collapsed staircase. It's hardly a weapon. I could try something with it. I'm gonna fucking try and give the hero a chance to act. I rush over to grab the piece of rebar, thankful that the canine has his back to me. Gripping the rebar so tight my claws sink into my palm, I begin to creep toward the supervillain. Even over the deafening sounds of his fists meeting Templar's armor, I can hear my own pulse drumming in my ears. I yell as I swing the metal, putting all my weight into the blow across the wolf's back. Why would you yell? Why would you give yourself away? He's a supervillain. He probably has like supernatural reflexes and shit like that. He turns around, surprised, his eyes focusing malevolently on me. Before I can move a muscle, he swings the back of his fist at me. Oh! There's an explosion of pain in my chest. The blow sends me flying. Ah! I hit the opposite wall and crumple to the floor. The impact has knocked the wind out of my lungs. I can't breathe. Fuck. I can't breathe. I'm trying to inhale, but I just can't. It's as if the blow caved in my chest. My whole body's on fire. I'm gasping, trying to force something, anything into my lungs. Oh god. Distantly, I'm aware that the fight continues. Perhaps the distraction was enough to let Templar recover. At last I managed a deep breath, inhaling dust and dirt and sweet, glorious air. Slowly, agonizingly, I managed to crawl up to my knees. Clutching my chest, I try to figure out if anything's broken. I can't tell. It sure feels like it, but I can move at least. My eyes are watering, but I try to focus my attention on what's happening in front of me. Templar is indeed back on his feet, and while his armor is in terrible condition, he has the wolf on the ropes now. I can only wheeze as I watch the scene unfold, which is a pity because for a moment I actually forget all about the pain and want to cheer. Templar brings down his mace on the bastard's paw with such force that I hear bones snap. The wolf howls in agony. For the first time since the fight came to this godforsaken condo, he is on the retreat. Templar presses on, driving him back until the black-clad figure rushes to the open edge and flies off. Using the wall for support, I get up to my feet, then take shaky steps toward the superhero. My elation at his apparent victory is short-lived because Templar suddenly collapses to his knees. I gasp when I get to him. Alright, I'm gonna pause it right there. Oh man, this is cool. I like the art style. Oh man, I can't wait to play this. Oh guys, I think we're in for a treat with this one. Furry superhero is gonna be fucking cool. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell to the next video. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!